Hi, this is the promised video which I make on informing you about my process of picking the hip hop songs and make my own version of those songs on the guitar. This will be a difficult video for me to make because I'm not a native English speaker and I have to explain a lot. So maybe I am struggling to find the right words. Hopefully that doesn't bother you, and my message and my information will get to you despite my bad English. Okay, let me start. My guitar teacher gave me homework, and his homework was to pick a guilty pleasure, a song without any guitar parts in it, and translate it into a guitar song and perhaps a completely different style of music. So maybe hip hop to western, or electronic dance music to heavy metal, you can name it yourself. I picked two songs of Young Buck, and maybe 10 years ago I listened to hip hop and was following the most famous artists of that era. And I like Young Buck very much, especially the album of his Buck the World. Buck the World is also a song, and I made a video of it, maybe you've seen it. But that's not the song I'm going to use in my explanation of how I translate the song. The song I am using is Get Buck. And if you're interested in my process, then it's also advisable. I have to advise you to listen to the song so you can understand me better. So maybe you have to pause this video right now, search for the song Get Buck by Young Buck. Okay, the first thing I did was to listen to the song and concentrating on the beat. And in hip hop, the hip hop songs have most of the time only one beat. So if you have discovered you have discovered the beat for the whole song. And also this song doesn't have any variations in the beat. Okay, let me demonstrate it, because you can use your acoustic guitar, if you have one, to recreate the beat. And if I'm correctly remember it, this is the beat. Okay, that's how simple it is. And because this is an acoustic guitar, you have the sound hole, which is producing a very bassy sound if you tap on it. And I tap. I am finding that this is the best place to tap, which produces the most bass. And the slap on the snares is like having how do you say it? When a drummer beats the snare. Is that the correct word? This is a very good way to reproduce the sound of a snare. I then thought, hey, if I'm playing this beat and I am able to record myself on different tracks, I can recreate perhaps a song with a beat, a bass line, guitar part, etc. So I was searching on internet for some apps, and I came along an app called BandLab. It's free. You can use it. And you are then able to record with your phone or with a mic in your phone some different tracks. The next thing I did was to listen to the bass line. And if I'm correctly remember it, there isn't a bass line, or I haven't heard it yet, but there is some trumpet sounding element in the song, and I use that for my bass line. And if I remember correctly, this is the bass line. Okay, little mistake on the last one. My guitar teacher, when he was listening to the song during the lesson, I was telling him, this is a nice exercise. I want to translate Get Buck or Buck the World. And he was listening to those songs, and within maybe 20 or 30 seconds he was, nice song, cool. Yeah, I'm hearing an E minor, A minor, D minor. And I was quickly writing it down to make my life easier, but also surprised from how the heck is he able to hear those chords so quickly. And he was telling me, well, that's years of practice, years of experience, but also his knowledge of music theory. When he is hearing a specific sound, he also knows which chords are mostly played and sounding great together in harmony. So a combination of that. But I am not able to follow right now a half year course on music theory. So I was writing those chords down, but he gave me an important tip. Each chord has a root note, and that's the lowest note of a chord. So when I'm playing an E minor, the open E is the lowest note in that chord, and that's the root note. When you are able to pick the root note, you can then figure out what chords are played, perhaps, or which chords you can play. And because I had found out or translate the trumpet bass line, I was then able to find out if I was able to create some chords on that bass line. And let me close in a little bit. So the bass line is 2 times open E string. My capo is on the 2nd fret, for your info. Then my middle finger is the 2nd fret from the capo, seen from the capo. Open, open, 2nd fret, open, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, open. The first 2 are open, so I can play an E minor chord. This chord I remembered from A Horse with No Name by America. Don't know the writer, I don't know the chord name because I'm not knowledgeable enough. But I remember it and I thought, oh, here you have the same root note. So, back to E. This one, easy, G chord. Back to this. This one I skipped. I don't know a chord with this one. Perhaps it is. Perhaps higher on the neck, but I don't know it. So this is what I came up with on this bass note, bass line. So I created 3 tracks: the beat, the bass line, the little rhythm guitar part with the strumming pattern and the chords. And I was also hearing in the intro by a synthesizer on computer this element, and also I was finding the right notes by just trying and playing. Okay, and I was hearing that in the intro and I thought, oh, I can play that on my guitar as well. And that's just done by trial and error and giving your ears a good listen and picking some notes on the string and sliding up and down. And I was very quickly able to notice, this is the same note. And then it's just trying, and within a couple of minutes, and the same goes for the bass line, within a couple of minutes I discover it. It's not too difficult. So I then had 4 tracks, and I'm still not done with this song because there's a lot more going on, which I'm perhaps also am able to translate to the guitar. But I think that I now have informed you about the most important things I've done in recreating that song. And you can see those 2 videos what I've made up with it. I'm a very bad singer, and luckily my wife was so kind and she can sing very well to on the other song, Unpack the World, to do the singing and the rapping. And now, if you haven't seen the video, perhaps you can click on it, and hopefully you will enjoy it. Okay, if I'm forgetting something, I will make another video, because I think my phone is giving out quickly because of loss of memory. Bye, thank you for watching.